So, Clark, as the season is drawing to a close, younger players might be feeling the mental fatigue of the totality of the season right now.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about that. And that's where team leadership comes into play. Your veteran players, not only in words, but an example, can help young players properly approach this segment of the season. What they do and how they say what they say is really important for the older, more experienced guys to help the younger players navigate this stretch.
So the New York starting five. We've got Mikal Bridges, Anunoby out there with Hart. Then there's Towns, and it's Brunson in at the one.
Among the best ball handlers in the league for sure. Lamelo right to the rack.
Anunoby has the open look. No good with the triple. And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for the Hornets. Miller against Bridges. Ball from long range. Again, Ball missing. Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
I caught up with Coach Charles Lee. We talked about the matchup issues that Karl-Anthony Towns creates for defenses. Coach said the combination of size and skill make Cat a tough cover. If you put a center on him, he can beat them with his quickness or his perimeter game. And if you put a wing on him, he can overpower them in the post. Back to you.
Great work as always, Allie. Thank you. Count it.
There they go. Finally able to drop one in on their fourth try.
Charlotte has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Miller outside. Pass to Diabate. Now Ball. A three. Good on the triple. Ball's got 5 now.
The defense must honor Ball's three-point shot. He's more than ready to snipe away if you give him the opportunity to do so.
And this has got to be, Clark, one of the best offenses in Knicks franchise history.
Yeah, you look at the two-man game between Brunson and Town, Kevin, and it's virtually unstoppable. And they've got the defenders to hold up at the other end as well. This is a rock-solid crew.
For New York, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Hart with a screen on Ball. Brunson finds Hart. That falls. Nice speed that time from Brunson.
You know, getting inside and doing damage there really elevates Hart's game, and I'd like to see him be that kind of all-around threat.
Bridges for 3. It's rebounded by Towns. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the New York Knicks. They are a hot team right now. 7 consecutive wins and looking for number 8 tonight.
Just playing really solid basketball right now. They're trusting each other more out there and attacking as a group. They're a fist, not individual fingers, which has made them tough to beat.
Here is Miller after the made shot from Karl-Anthony Towns. Pass the ball. 6 on the shot clock. Out to Bridges. A second chance effort. They get the rebound. Back to Ball. That one wide left.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Clark, how about the spark Jalen Brunson has brought to these Knicks?
Yeah, I tell you, I didn't see it coming in terms of how good Jalen Brunson has been, Kevin. I mean, I knew he was great in college, and I knew he would be a good pro, but to be kind of a franchise player, that's more than I expected. Playoff runs in all 3 years for Brunson in New York. Boy, he's given the franchise a jolt for sure, and he's a joy to watch.
Now, here's Ball. In the game against Sacramento, very impressive. Executing to perfection right now offensively.
I mean, in total sake, good luck trying to stop him now.
Charlotte trailing. And here's Miller. No scoring in this one. Pass the ball. To stop the drought, uses the glass that time, and it's good.
He'll do that for you, too. Ball can go mid-range if he needs to.
For New York, they've gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Towns, a screen on Ball. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
When you do moves like that and you miss, you know you're going to hear it from your coaches and your teammates.
Miller, no luck.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
And there it is for him.
Offensively, that's where he's at his best. When Hart is driving, he's thriving, putting his head down, going to the rack.
Here's Diabate. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Ball with the bucket.
That is good offense, unselfish play.
And it's the Knicks with the ball. Brunson with it. Coming off a stellar performance against New Orleans.
You won't see that from him very often, missing the bunny like that.
Bridges kicks the ball. And there's the foul. It'll go on Josh Hart. That is his first foul of the game. And a timeout called by Charles Lee. He's ready to talk things through with them. A different look for New York. Robinson's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Jordan Clarkson in for Josh Hart. Pass to Diabate. Ball against Clarkson. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Over to the wing. White against Brunson. No good with the wing jumper.
Letting him have that from mid-range. Defense dodged the bullet there.
Ball, the pass to White. There's a screen. Back to Ball. Clock at 6. Lays it up off the glass. Ball's got 11 points.
There are a lot of parts to Ball's game in addition to his jumper. He also can capitalize inside.
Robinson sets a screen for Brunson. The kick out to Anunoby. Some nice passing by New York here. Robinson sets a screen for Brunson. Drops in the tray. He's got 8.
Brunson, a career 40% three-point shooter. Man, that shot is reliable.
Pass to Diabate. Ball from long range. Gets the three-pointer to fall. And the Hornets lead by 2.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
And that one's good. Brunson.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Here's Knipple. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Bridges outside. .105 left to play in the first quarter. Back to Brunson. Bridges outside. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Hornets shooting looking a little out of sorts early. 37%. Pass to Diabate. Here's Ball. He's covered by Clarkson. Ball with the bucket.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Now here's Brunson. He's got 11. Now here's Anunoby. That falls. Nice feed that time from Brunson. Brunson's got his 4th assist in this one. Here's Ball, and he gets the bucket. Ball's got 18 points.
This is what they were hoping to get from him tonight. Solid performance.
And they pick up 2.
Another hoop for Brunson. Really, he's one of the most potent scorers in the league. He's on a heater tonight, folks.
Ball feeling it out a bit. And it's off from three-point range. Jalen Brunson has been on display for New York. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all. And he looks to be planning for more. And we'll be back with you shortly. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And what stands out to you from New York in this one?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
Here are the 5 New York has to start here in the second. Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Landry Shamet. Then it's Robinson. Then there's Jordan Clarkson. And it's Alvarado in at the 1 spot.
Boy, he is fundamentally sound. Tough cover.
Over the last 2 decades, Kemba Walker has been one of the few bright spots, Clark, for Charlotte basketball.
Yeah, you look back at his time there, he led the Hornets to their last 2 playoff appearances, Kevin. He retired as their all-time leading scorer, and now they're thrilled to have Kemba Walker back as a player enhancement coach.
And here are the Knicks now, following the score by Charlotte. Good! Towns has got the lead up to 4 now for the Knicks.
Hey, a confident shooter like Towns doesn't need any time to get a shot up.
It's White on the wing. He's defended by Alvarado. Outside, White. Puts up a deep 3. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Outside for Robinson. Pass to Towns. New York needs to get off a shot. Lets it go with the 3. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off the shot before second violation. Brandon Miller, he's checked in for Charlotte. Now here's White. He's defended by Alvarado. There's Miller with the 3. It's rebounded by New York. Towns has got rebound number 5 here tonight. In the corner, Shamet with it. Now Clarkson hasn't made one yet. Here's Towns, and Towns throws it down.
Boy, look at the big fella elevating when Towns goes to the rim. He's doing it on and with purpose.
Pass to Miller. The tray. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Robinson's got 4 rebounds in this game. And the points coming for them now, Greg in bunches.
And we're seeing what a high-octane offense should look like.
Alvarado with it. Bridges covering. 5 to shoot. Here's Towns. And it's White with the rebound. Hornets trail by 6. Pass to McNeely. Nailed from 3-point land.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make a pay.
And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. Ball's checked in for McNeely. Then for the Knicks, OG Anunoby's checked in for Landry Shamet. Mikal Bridges comes in for Clarkson, and it's Jalen Brunson in for Jose Alvarado. Now here's Brunson. He's got 13, and there's the foul. It's on Miles Bridges. That is his first foul of the game. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Brunson finds Anunoby. Drills it from outside. Anunoby's got 5.
It's obvious Anunoby has put a ton of work into his game. Now that catch and shoot Jay is a real weapon.
Outside, Ball. Out to Bridges. Shot clock at 6. For 3. Hits the 3-point bomb. Bridges has got his first 3 points of the game.
And Bridges made sure to get those points back right away.
Second round pick back in 2018. Stardom wasn't expected for Jalen Brunson, but he's always been a winner.
You look at his physical attributes, nothing jumps out at you, but it's all between the ears with him. The skill, the footwork, the vision, that's what makes him elite.
And now, Allie LaForce says something for us from the sideline.
Hey, teammate Josh Hart may call Jalen Brunson the king of New York, but Brunson says, I would never consider myself a face of the franchise, but I'm a leader of this team. That's what I want to do, and I am grateful for the opportunity. I don't take this for granted. Back to you.
Yeah, staying humble. Hey, Howie, thank you very much for the report. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And spacing is so vital. But Hart, talk about vertical spacing.
You know, Kevin, that speaks to the ability to play in space above the rim. Think about the roller in the pick and roll situation, being able to go above the defense to finish a lob. Those are tough plays for defenses to stop. Helping in recovering and elevating to stop a well-timed lob, that's a real challenge for the defense. We know Robinson is an elite rim protector. So, yeah, you might want to try that move on somebody else.
Brunson against Ball. Back to Brunson. Towns sets the pick for Brunson. It's blocked. Bridges against Miller. Pass to Williams. Out to Miller. Back to Williams. Charlotte moving it around. They set the pick. Ball from long range. Charlotte no good that time either.
He's cooled down a little bit after draining those 2 3-pointers in the first quarter.
Robinson a screen on Ball. Brunson the pass to Robinson. Jacks up a 3. Towns, no luck.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Knipple with the bucket.
How about that move? Is this guy special or what? Just love watching him operate inside.
And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. And the Hornets making a change here. Salon's checked in. Josh Hart, he's checked in for the Knicks. Now here's Brunson. He's got 15. New York missing again.
Well, he won't miss many of those. Not when he gets a good look like that.
Miller dishes the ball. Out to Miller. A 3. Ball no good.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench if he keeps shooting it like that. He has been putrid here this quarter.
Anunoby. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. They host the 76ers after this game. Here's Knipple. It's good. The assist that time from Ball.
Ball has wasted no time showing off his passing skills. A really gifted distributor.
Here's Brunson. Oh, that's blocked.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
And G.A., you started your career with the Knicks. What memories do you have from your time in New York?
Well, after winning a championship in college, it was great to play for a team in the NBA that had similar aspirations. So many great veterans to learn from and a Hall of Fame coach.
Now, here's Bridges. Nothing on the board. Inside. And Hart throws it down.
A developing part of Bridges' game. Great job facilitating in the pick and roll there.
Hornets trail by 6. Miller outside. They set the pick. Pass to Knipple. He gets that one. Knipple's got 6 points in the quarter.
He's found his game in the second quarter, looking very assertive now.
Brunson against White. A shot, no good. Excellent D there from Ball. Over Hart. Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got 6 rebounds now in the game. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Right in the heart of the defense. Brunson.
And he's got the confidence. Brunson playing out of his mind.
Pass to Tillman. The kick out to Ball. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Ball's got 21 in the game.
Nice setup. Excellent team basketball.
And here's Brunson outside. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. New York ahead up by 3. Now let's check in with Allie LaForce on the sideline. What do you have? Thank you, Allie, for that. And folks, we'll be back with you after this short halftime break. So don't go away.
Welcome to halftime, everybody. Right now, the New York Knicks are providing quite an entertaining and close game.
Playing well on the road can be very difficult. They're doing a good job despite the challenges.
Away from home, they aren't letting... Let's take a moment now and swing on over to the playoff picture in the Eastern Conference.
Taking a look at New York.
And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about to begin, we go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Man, we're seeing a tremendous game from Lamelo Ball.
No problem fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
Ball is the point with Miller on the wing. Miles Bridges is out there with Knipple. And it's Diabate in at the 5 down low. So that's the Hornets 5. And he makes it. Look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
And you can put Miller on either side of that pick and roll action. He has a terrific IQ.
Towns a screen on Ball. And Hart has it in the corner. The Hornets pull it in. Diabate's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Now here is Miller. Still scoreless. And here is Bridges. The kick out to Anunoby. Ball against Brunson. Oh, Brunson good from range.
And Brunson more than comfortable shooting the 3. And boy, is he efficient when he lets it fly.
Back to Ball. Bridges outside. Launches from deep. And Karl Anthony Towns pulls it down. Towns has got rebound number 8 now on the night. The offensive skill set for Karl Anthony Towns, Greg is a 7-footer, is very special, to say the least.
The outstanding shooting, the post play, and he's worked on his defense. He may never be elite at that end, but he ignites an offense.
Bridges, no one around him. And again, the Hornets missing.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Towns sets the pick for Brunson. On the wing, Bridges. Back to Brunson. Towns in the corner. From past the arc. Hornets with the rebound. Diabate's got 6 rebounds in the game. And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That's his first foul. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Bridges kicks to Ball. Here's the 3.
It has been a shaky start this half for their offense, shooting just 1 of 5.
Anunoby outside. Screen by Hart. In the corner, it's Bridges. A 3-pointer off the mark.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3. And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Here's Brunson. And it's Towns missing. And so it's Ball who brings the ball up for the Charlotte Hornets. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points. Bridges passes the ball. Off the mark, and the drought continues. The Knicks leading by 6. Brunson kicks to Towns. Bridges passes to Hart. Back to Bridges. Over to the left wing. And here's Brunson outside. Excellent D there from Ball. Here's Knipple. He has 6. Diabate. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
And he saw a lane, and Brunson decides to challenge it. Doesn't take but a sliver of daylight for him to be aggressive.
And talking to Con Knipple, Greg, he has a burning passion to be great. Just tell him.
Yeah, he gets up before everyone else and goes to work. Some people have called him an old soul, just very mature and disciplined.
Bridges misses.
Well, he's kind of deflating their chances, and I know he really wants to help the team, but this is not the way to go about it.
So, GA, Coach Charles Lee of the Hornets, spending a decade as an NBA assistant coach. He has really paid his dues.
Yeah, 4 years with the Hawks, 5 in Milwaukee, part of that title team. 1 in Boston as well, another title. So he's been a part of winning, now trying to translate that to Charlotte.
Whitey's checked in for Charlotte. And a timeout called by Charles Lee. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Hornets trail by 8. Outside, Ball. For 3, Bridges. Offensive rebound. Out to White. From deep. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. White's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. White against Brunson. Screen by Hart. And it's Brunson missing. And the Hornets shooting an ugly 27% since halftime. White setting the pick for Knipple. And the rebound goes to the Knicks.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot. Well, this Knicks team has grit. Jalen Brunson said, quote, "No matter what the situation is, we are going to attack it. No matter who's in front of us, we are going to grind." Kevin?
No quit. All right, Allie, we thank you very much. Ball from long range. It's good on the putback.
Great job of crashing the offensive glass. He stayed with it. That's hard-nosed, tough basketball.
White against Brunson. And he makes good on the layup. Brunson's got 9 points now in just the second half.
You know, with his first step, Brunson is really hard to contain in the two-man game.
Bridges against Hart. Bounce pass from Bridges. Hit his foot. And it's whistled a kick. A different look for New York. Mitchell Robinson comes in for Towns. And it's Jordan Clarkson in for Hart. White with it. Robinson picks him up. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
It's so smooth in the pick and roll. Love seeing White there with the right pass.
Here's Brunson, and he uses the glass on the layup. Brunson's got 28.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
White, good.
Beautiful touch there. Give White these types of looks consistently, and he's going to make you pay.
Anunoby is screen on White. Brunson attacking. Clarkson for 3. Knipple with the rebound. Hornets trail by 5. Bridges inside. He's guarded by Anunoby. James sets the screen for Kneppel. James outside. Offline with his three. New York's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe. McNeely's checked in for the Hornets. Then for the Knicks, Diawara's checked in, and Landry Shamet subbed in for Mikal Bridges. Clark, one thing about Mitchell Robinson, he has got great rim protection, rebounding, and a nice sense on the floor of what to do.
Yeah, he's a big guy that really wreaks havoc on the glass. I mean, his size, jumping ability, and timing, along with his nose for the ball, forget about trying to keep him off the glass. He's getting offensive rebounds, and he's an excellent finisher, rolling out of picks for the lob.
From deep, Brunson, the three-point answer provided by Brunson.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Bridges with it. He has 6. Goes up with a stripe. The shot missing. Gets it off. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's New York in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Hornets trail by 8. On the court for the Knicks, Jose Alvarado is out there with Clarkson. Then there's Towns. Then there's Landry Shamet. And it's Robinson in at the center.
A huge reason Miller went so high in the draft. His three-point stroke. It's exactly what you want in a wing.
Clarkson finds Shamet. Towns down low, working on Williams. There's the triple. Trains the three-pointer. Alvarado's got the lead. Back up to 8 now for the Knicks.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Here's Williams. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got 11 rebounds in the game. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
A prolific inside scorer since his first day in the league. Towns gets the job done down low.
Here's White. It's rebounded by New York. Robinson's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Towns, and that's good. Robinson picking up the assist. And now it's a 12-point Knicks lead. And so it's Ball who brings the ball up for Charlotte. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. Williams for 3. It's rebounded by New York.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Towns, 8 for 15 with that made basket, but he's not satisfied yet.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
And so it's Charles Lee calling timeout. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. McNeely's checked in for Grant Williams. Jeremy Sohan's checked in for New York. Jalen Brunson comes in for Jose Alvarado. Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Well, over the break, I listened to Charles Lee talk to his team. Coach wanted his guys to ignore the scoreboard. He said, don't even look at the numbers. Just take it possession by possession, make every chance count, and we'll see where we stand at the end of this game. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Allie.
And Miller moves well for a guy his size and finds the shot there off the
that was terrific.
Good. How about this combo, guys? Part super athlete, part contortionist. Towns continues to impress.
Oh, that's an outstanding view from the AT&T Connected Cam. Pass the ball. looking to end his cold spell. The Knicks pull it in. Towns has got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Personal foul. First team.
So, Clark, let me ask you, what makes Karl Anthony Towns stand out as a perimeter big man?
Well, I think first and foremost, his shooting ability for a big guy is unique. I mean, he can shoot it with the best of three-point shooters and from deep. Not many big guys can do that. He can put it on the floor. He's an excellent free throw shooter. He can shoot shots off the dribble as a big guy. And he can go old school and play bully ball. So, I mean, you factor in that combination of toolkit, that's pretty impressive for a guy that's almost 7 feet tall.
Here's Towns, and it's blocked. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks able to retain possession here. Bridges, he's checked in for the Hornets. Knippel comes in for Ball. Now here's Towns. He's covered closely. And again, it's the Knicks missing. Hornets trail by 14. Here's White, and White with the stuff.
And at 6'5", White more than capable athletically, like the aggressiveness there.
And that one is good. 22 points for Karl Anthony Towns.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
There's Miller with the 3. Rebound by Sohan.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Towns against White. Clarkson on the wing. It's good from long range. And the Knicks lead by 17.
Improving shot mechanics, good height on that jumper, nice arc. I like what I see there from Clarkson.
Pass to Miller. Shot clock at 5. Bridges outside. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Now the Knicks with it. They're on an 18-6 run. And Towns gets it to go.
Towns can carry your offense in a way most guys can't. We've seen this movie before.
White looking around. And it's Miller in the corner. Knocks down the 3 ball. Miller's got 8 points in the quarter.
After a quiet first half, he's really turned it on.
And so it's Mike Brown here calling timeout. He has decided it's the right time to talk. We've got a moment here. Let's present our player of the game, Jalen Brunson.
Well, I tell you what, it's been so much fun watching him do his thing out here. I mean, the game is looking effortless for him, and he's riding that wave of confidence and momentum, which has allowed him to completely take over and dominate.
And with their spot in the postseason assured, he's picking up just at the right time to be on top of his game. The Knicks leading by 16. Here's Towns, and Towns throws it down.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Miller outside. Back to Ball. On the wing, Bridges. Defended by Hart. Ball against Bridges. The Hornets need to get a shot off here. Knippel, no good. And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for the Knicks. And the layup falls.
Jalen Brunson.
Brunson's got 36.
When he puts his head down and attacks, Brunson is deadly.
A shot by Diabate, no good. New York's gone 2 or 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Towns, no luck. Hornets trail by 20. Here's Knippel. Knocks down the 3.
That's a guy you need to defend, especially from range.
And Mike Brown decides to call timeout. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. New York leading by 17. Outside Bridges. Outside, Anunoby. Now here's Bridges. Bridges with the steal. Lamelo showing off the post move right there. New York's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Here's Bridges. Out of bounds. Knicks ball as New York keeps possession of it.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
And that's a great look at that slam from our AT&T Connected Cam. And that one is good.
And Brunson recognizes how to execute inside. The D must be more physical with it.
Ball up top. Defended by Bridges. Miller. Strong move off the glass.
And I'll bet his percentage is pretty high from that range.
And so it's Mike Brown here calling timeout. He knows every possession is critical now. The Knicks making a switch here. Alvarado's checked in. Towns a screen on Miller. Now Towns. Oh, what an assist. Leading him to the bucket.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
Yeah, I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Josh Hart. That's foul number 2 for him. There are some who will say, GA, there are too many threes being taken in today's NBA. What are your thoughts on that?
Hey, if we're cutting back on something, how about free throw? The three-point shootout is arguably the best part of All-Star Saturday, but nobody wants to watch a free throw contest. And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for New York.
When you consider the difference in their field goal percentages, the other team has to be happy that this wasn't a bigger loss. This team was on fire.
Yeah, Kevin, it's always frustrating when you can't throw a rock on the ground and the other guys just can't seem to miss.
And on the year, looking at their record, this game will make it 49 wins.
And once they polish off this win, they'll be one more victory away from sweeping the season series.
And this isn't one of those mini series either. I mean, this is a 4-gamer. As hard as it is to beat a team 3 times in a row, it's even harder to do it 4 straight.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Jalen Brunson.
Boy, his vision was impeccable, right on point tonight, picking apart the defense and racking up a bunch of assists.
Lets it go from deep. Anunoby outside, beyond the arc, and it's Alvarado missing. So no problem for New York as they get the win. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.